let's just talk about how you think the market, I mean, because this is one of the big issues with a lot of SPACs, and especially businesses like yours, which are really such at this sort of edge of the envelope in terms of where things are. How should an investor today, in your mind, fairly think about how to value your company? Meaning, an investor is going to look at comps. They're going to say, what is this comparable to? What kind of multiples should I put on this? How should I think about this? What do you tell them?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's always tough for new types of breakthrough technologies because there really isn't any direct one-to-one correlation with any other company that's historically been there. I would say though, in terms of how to think about this, is you take a look at this overall multi-trillion-dollar auto industry, and probably around $500 billion addressable opportunity for us. And, clearly LiDAR, autonomous vehicle software, everything is coming more and more into prevalence. We've won, as of late, every opportunity for a production deal to be able to get designed in, transition this whole industry out of R&D, get it into the real world in production, and continue to accelerate. So that's the overall opportunity. I think there's some great comps that have been out there, and actually one of our partners, that we just recently announced, Mobileye, in terms of a company that we're working with, providing the LiDAR sensing systems for their AV series solution. I think they're actually a great company. I mean, it was really cool to see that even back in 17, I think they were acquired at like a 43x revenue multiple of the business, and we've been building up our book here. We've expanded now for a forward-looking order book of roughly 1.3 billion estimated business from all the different deals that we've had here.
Austin,
so it's been great.
Long term, how defensible, what kind of moat do you have around this technology, patents and the like? At some point, does the technology that you're building, does it become commoditized? Do others figure out how to do it and do it just as well? You often have that in sort of consumer products, effectively. Yeah. I know this. I don't know if you put yourself as a consumer product, but to some degree it becomes one.
Absolutely. There's no question that a lot of products historically, particularly even in the hardware space, and this is why a lot of hardware products are associated with commodities. But for this, it's dramatically different. You have to wonder why the Mobileye's or the NVIDIA's of this world, never become commoditized, over the source. And it just really comes down to very high IP. And there's a host of different reasons. We have pretty much one of the most insane moats probably out of any company, at this stage. And really, we've actually built out, for example, talk about IP, and everything about the core technology. I mean, we've pioneered all these different core components and building it entirely from the ground up. We're not using off-the-shelf parts and commodity parts like other people have historically. And this is the whole point of how we're able to solve the problem, how we're able to solve the technology, the performance, the safety, the economics. And we have the largest patent portfolio in the industry for these sensing systems. That's actually more than the other, top five, LiDAR R&D efforts combined here as part of the overall portfolio. And on top of that, have the world supply, the relevant team. We've locked up the key exclusives and even actually acquired some of the relevant suppliers, the only ones in the world that can do some of these things. So we're feeling really great.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.